I fought helping my friends. I had constant ups and downs. I thought about suicide. I actually had my left arm behind my back. So yes, for the diet, I really ate oatmeal mixed with tuna. I took a rifle and with my own hands, with great care and precision, carefully and deliberately shot myself in the stomach. Guide to being late. Firstly, don't go to Pattaya. In France, we are the kings of criticism. It's not even perhaps the girls that are the number one cause. It's definitely me. I've been here for absolutely 20 years and now I'm really bored with my iPhone. Everything is on the iPhone 14. I won't go to the beach at night where all the lady boys are. There were the lady boys. You have to be careful when you're not used to it. You'll put a couple back with the size. I am unhappy. I don't have my friends. I don't have my family. 15 or 20 years ago, I noticed everyone was fed up. And now I've reached my limit. I've had enough. Hello everyone, we are on the outskirts of Pattaya. Today we are going to meet an extraordinary person, Ludo, a bodybuilder and artist. You'll see, he's really nice. Ludo, are you there? Yeah, Sam. It's going well, yes. Shall we go for a walk? I heard you have a pool. There's a beautiful pool over there. Let's go. Fortunately, there's the pool. Plus, this pool had won an award for being the best in all the villages. Plus, they definitely renovated it. Now it's all clean and everything. Oh yeah, let's cool off a bit. It's really very nice to meet you. Ludo, your story is absolutely amazing. Back then, you were a bit of a bad boy. I think I read that somewhere on Facebook. Actually, I often fought. In fact, I fought to help my buddies because I was really shy. I didn't bother anyone. But if I had a friend who was in trouble, I was always the first to go. So I really liked fighting. I had become very strong at brawling. Also, after that, I did karate, which improved things even more. Unsure, every weekend they invited me to the soccer matches. They would say, Ludo, we're going to play at Village Game. We need you. I went there to kick his foot. For 2 months, I was a bad boy because of that. For the fights, I had an accident when I was 19, a car accident while going to La Grande Motte. But I don't really remember the accident. I probably lost control of my car because of the speed. It's hard to describe my accident because even the police couldn't understand how it was possible. But well, I was ejected from my car and I fell into a tree, against a tree. I had to climb down the tree, so my back was all burned with holes from branches everywhere. And my friends couldn't find me because I was so far from the car. They searched and searched. Really, actually. And then I woke up and screamed. My left arm was behind my back, twisted in two, even in four. I said, my back hurts, my back hurts. Pull my arm, straighten it out. I don't remember that I said that. They are the ones who told me. And when they turned me, I told them, I can't feel my legs. That I don't remember. It's what they told me. And I stayed there for a year in the hospital in Montpellier at Propara. It's a center specialized in the spinal column fractures, but I stayed in a semi-coma for 10 days. They were the ones who put me in the coma because they said I was really angry and wanted to break everything, but I don't remember doing that at all. But I remember I was trying to pull out the IVs and all that, and they would inject me right away. They had put an alarm behind my back so that as soon as I moved my head, it would go off. There, the nurses arrived and they opened the taps that I had on my legs or arms. They would inject me with something and bam! When I was in France and being in a wheelchair in my village where everyone knew me because it has 5,000 inhabitants, my family is from there. People would give me strange looks. I was ashamed of being in a wheelchair. People talk, they think you can't hear them, but I always hear what they say behind my back. It hurts, it really does. So in France, I was a fan of Bruce Lee. I only read karate books because actually when I was young, everyone picked on me. They beat me, they made fun of me, they said I looked like a girl, but I never told my mom about it. I told her recently, my mom didn't know. I was really self-conscious. One day my mother, when my parents got divorced, and my mother told me, now you are the man of the family. When she told me that, I felt really cold. I said, what am I going to do? I'm very afraid of everything. I cry for no reason and I'm not strong. And that I actually read comic books at the beginning of karate. There was Dr. No and Iron Fist. And look at this. I found it right here in a trash can. An incredible book, The Marabout Guide to Judo. Amazing. So I learned all the judo moves. Then I got the Marabout Guide to Karate. So I already knew all the standards. I had everything and I trained. It was at home. I said, I need to take care of my sister and my little brother if anything happens. And I wanted to be strong. For 10 years, things weren't going well, France. I had ups and downs. I thought about suicide. Since I didn't have friends, I lost a lot of friends. I was engaged. My fiancée left. Right away, she left with my best friend. They never came to see me. She came to see me at the beginning, but he never came. Now that hurts the heart. And all the best friends that I fought for, they didn't come either. I had ups and downs all the time. In fact, one day, I often got fed up with life and my surroundings. I took an old rifle I had owned for years and shot myself in the stomach. Of course, I went to the hospital immediately, where I received immediate medical attention. I ended up staying there for a grueling 8 months. It opened my eyes in a way, and I thought, why did you do that? You're still in the hospital, you're annoying, you stayed for a year, but you have 8 more months. And then I told myself, I need to do something better. So I went to the United States to pursue my dream. I said, it will be a dream, I will be happy. And if I see that it's not going well, this time it will be in my head. And so I left with this idea, to dream without thinking about the future. And so the dream changed everything for me. I saw an image of a guy, a bodybuilder in a wheelchair. They're lucky in the United States, they have everything. That gave me the idea to go see Gold's Gym in Venice, really famous. All the great champions train there. It started from there, and from 3 months of vacation, I stayed 12 years. I went to the United States, 26, 27 years old, always pushed my wheelchair like this. I looked down, I looked straight ahead. I never looked people in the face. In the United States, the first time I arrived, I left the hotel and was looking for the gym. I was pushing the wheelchair like this. Then I see people running. It was 5 in the morning. I couldn't sleep with the jet lag. And the person comes down and I hear, ouch. So I started to look slowly, and one of them told me, but I didn't have time to say it yet. I was still a bit stuck. After that, I just keep going, and then I wait. And from there, I'm just always like this, upright with a smile. Then I did it. And then the coach told me there was a wheelchair competition, and it was Mr. Universe. I said, I've never been on a diet. I had just arrived. I've never been on a diet and all. I'm not fat. We've never seen someone like you. So for the diet, I didn't really have much choice. I ate oatmeal mixed with tuna every single day, a bit of it. It looked like sima. It stayed in my container when I ate. It was mixed with the tuna water, and I only ate that and trained hard to get as lean as possible. And in December, I had gone in November. And at the beginning of December, I think there was this competition, and I said I would go. And I went and I won. How did you end up in Thailand? Because you stayed in the United States for a long time. Actually, in college, I had to take a second language. I chose Chinese. And from there, I wanted to go to Asia. And while browsing the internet one day, I came across a gym in Pattaya. So I thought to myself, I'll go check it out. And that's how I got to know Asia very well. And everything started from there, actually. No, but actually what feels strange to me here is how they behave towards the royal family and all that. I didn't know about it. When the national anthem plays, everyone stops in the cinema and everyone stands up in the cinema. So I got very used to it. I see that the Thais are really very patriotic. They have a deep and unwavering love for the king. You know, they even have a profound admiration for King Singh, the one who courageously abolished the practice of slavery not so long ago, making a significant impact on their lives. By the way, I believe that even now when you go to the countryside in Thailand, it's still the rich and those with power who control and more or less take advantage of the poor. Because here, even my girlfriend that I had, you know, a girlfriend, she always actually tells me, I'm here, the police, they're there, the doctors, they're there. I tell him, no, you're a person, it's the same. I always joke with him, no, he goes to the bathroom just like you. There's no verification. You have to try to make her understand it doesn't make sense to say it's a question of money. Here, as soon as you have money, it's not the same. I met her when I was with her. I had bought a gold ring. She had a little gold necklace, plus they love gold. As soon as they have a little money, they buy gold. She would go to the village. She was the queen of the village. And she spoke badly to the people in the village. And even to her family, I told her to stop doing that. She told me in Thailand it's like that. Because she had succeeded for herself, I told her no. Do you remember when you used to pick up rice from the road to eat with chilies? So she changed. But at the beginning, she likes it. She still does it. Then it's my girlfriend always. As soon as she goes out, she gets a ping. But all these things, skin color in Thailand, it really matters a lot. Those who are dark-skinned in Bangkok, they don't want them. Whereas white girls, they actually really like more tanned guys. So it's a bit weird, like there are a lot of inequalities here. And to succeed here, you can't because the money, all that, it's not the same. There are no opportunities to begin with. I had all the opportunities. And money, when you work, you earn nothing. Here, you earn nothing. As a foreigner, as a Thai too. Yes, the Thais earn nothing. Someone who works at Big C, at Carrefour, earns 8,000 bahts. Now, maybe it's a bit more, I don't know. Before, it was even 5,000 baht for a month. At the time, I don't know how much that was. The baht was indeed a bit stronger. That's 4 euros. It seems impossible to live on. It's always the rich families who are involved in these situations. So you arrived in Thailand, specifically in the city of Pattaya, coming all the way from the United States. You get to Pattaya, and there you see what seems like paradise with girls everywhere, bars filled with girls, the beautiful beach, and then what happens? But besides that, I knew nothing about Pattaya. The only thing I knew about Pattaya was from the backpacker's guide I bought, which said not to go to Pattaya. Especially during the Antaya era, I didn't care. I read there were a lot of bars, but I thought it was one street. I didn't expect it. And the first time in a taxi, when I saw that, the bars filled with girls, the beach with girls everywhere. Because before it was very much hotter than now, it wasn't the same. Me, who loves Asian girls, I never left once I got here. I'm really stupid here. I don't go out with one. And then I met one who was indeed really nice. She stayed with me. So you've reached the end of your journey in Thailand and you want to return to the United States? I wanted to return to France because my mom is still there. She is elderly. She didn't see much of me in her life since I was often abroad. I couldn't travel the way I wanted. So I would like to go back to stay with her for a year, 2 years. I don't know. She's 82 years old. But otherwise, I would like to go to the United States for sure. Thailand actually, at first when you arrived, it was paradise and it turned into hell. After a while, doing nothing or just going out, messing around, all that, it gets boring. I tell myself that I'm not going to do this my whole life. It doesn't make any sense. I found it really pointless after a while. When you stay for a long time, at first I was all happy. I was goofing around everywhere. She was going to lots of clubs. Money, otherwise it goes too fast from partying all the time. I drank too much too. I slept in my car at Bali High. When you live here, a lot of things change because it's not like a vacation anymore. You can't do it every single day, every day. That gets old really quickly. I honestly and actually miss working, doing something, doing nothing in Thailand. I find that after a while it gets really boring, but
What do Thai girls think about disabled people?
They don't really pay attention because they're actually used to it. If you actually watch Thai TV, you see all kinds of people, lots of disabled people. But if they show all that, even dwarfs, they laugh at them. It makes them laugh and it's definitely part of their culture. They don't really pay attention to that even more. So they never paid attention to me. You arrived in Thailand at 36 and you didn't manage to build a family. I got married once to the Thai woman I had met, but well, I didn't know her. Then I don't know, it was all new. At first it was okay, Then later, even though she was nice, she never asked me for anything. She talked to me a little about her family. Well, she had 2 little boys, so I knew I had to help her a bit, of course. But she never asked for anything and never much. With 5,000 baht per month, it was fine. It was good, but it failed like it did in the United States, in Amphreus, everywhere. I dated other girls with whom I stayed more or less. At that time, I used to go out a lot. So at that particular moment, I was with a certain individual. However, she would allow me to go out and I would then proceed to spend the night in a hotel room with someone else. Finally, short time. And then I would go home in the May morning. She knew it, but she never said anything to me. After that, sometimes you still don't feel good. You think about it, you tell yourself, she's very young. Well, at first, then after, I don't know. I haven't found someone to stay with. I don't know, I like being alone. And before, she didn't know what Dior Chanel were. Now they know iPhone. They all want the iPhone 14. And they use Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Line, and that's what they're for. You don't need the iPhone 14 for that because it's normally for business. You've got plenty of stuff in it. They don't have it, but they want to have it. The girls, they look at your disability or sizes. It depends on the girls. It's like anywhere else. I didn't really feel, because I never had any problems in France, really. And I didn't have any problems in the United States.
Any friends in Pattaya?
I have a good French friend that I see from time to time, or we call each other. But I don't go to French groups because the mentality is the same as in France. After that, I don't feel well. Just on the other side, there was the pool, the restaurant, and they did the buffet every Sunday. And I went there, and once, boom, the buffet opened. Everyone, if I was there, I was already in line. Everyone would cut in front of me. It had to be one of my French buddies, a solid truck driver. He shouted, made them move. Otherwise, they all would have gone ahead of me. They didn't say to me, do you want us to help you wash the plate? Your buddies in Pattaya, what about them? But here, I don't have any buddies. It pisses me off. In the United States, I had buddies. Here, I don't. Impossible. I don't go to bars. I don't go out. I don't drink. Here, it's not even maybe the girls that are the number one reason. It's drinking that's the number one reason for the guys who come here. Me, I don't do that, you see? So before at the gym, I used to see guys. Now a lot of them have left. It's been 20 years. Now that I'm here, I'm really bored. I don't have my friends. I don't have my family. At first, maybe there were other things, so it took my mind off it. But when you live here, it's not the same. It's not a party every day. Indeed. And after that, I miss it. My family, my sister, having dinners, meals together like we did with my mother, seeing my friends, joking around. Even in the United States, I could do that. I had good friends. I invited you to their wedding and all that, but here, no. The Thais, you can't be friends with the Thais. It's impossible. Or if you are, you're the one who has to pay for everything every time. When you go to the village, you pay for everything. For the whole family, you pay for the food and drinks. And for drinks, you have to drink. But you can't have close friends. friends. In the United States, I had American friends, you understand? Whereas here, the only friends you can have would be foreigners. And after that, it depends on your style. The guys, they go to the gym, they stay at the gym, they go to the gym. Since I've been here all these years, that's it. I've seen it all. I've done it all. I have absolutely nothing here, but I tell myself, really exciting stories, so I'm bored. I am not happy because I am deprived of my family and friends who mean the world to me. I miss all of that so much. There's nothing to do. I stay at home all the time. But even then, I'm not having fun anymore. Even during the blockades, I had fun. I find it boring. And then I don't like always hearing the same story. Oh, where you come from, always the same questions. Where are you from and all that. It's really annoying. It's been such a long time. At first, you actually think it's kind of funny. And you say to yourself, oh, I'm so handsome. Right at the start. I don't know, it makes you laugh too. But now, it doesn't even really make me laugh anymore, you see. I think that's it. I'm just completely fed up. I don't know. I think that if I leave Thailand, I'd like to come to Mackay from time to time, to enjoy it a bit, but not to live there, Living here, I feel very, very alone. I've been here for a little while now, indeed a few years, and I'm absolutely, utterly fed up. Everything has changed. Before, the girls in the bars were nice. They would sit down. They really wanted to take care of you. They were told she was a 10-year-old friend, having just met her, but they made you feel like she was your girlfriend. They laughed, they took care of you, you were hot, they put that wet, icy thing on your head. Playing their game, it hasn't changed much. They were nicer. And even after, if you had one come to your place, she would do all the cleaning, the laundry and everything. Now actually, you're gonna take one to your place. She wants to leave. She's always on the phone and she wants to leave. Before, no. Before, she wanted to cook for you and all that. There was a girl who stayed with you just because you took her everywhere and fed her. And that's it. You didn't even need to pay her. Now that's over. You just don't find that anymore.
Love with a Thai girl, is it possible?
Yes, it's always possible in my opinion. More difficult in Pattaya. I think it's almost possible. But, well, in the countryside, depending on how it is in our town, maybe it's okay. But it depends on the family. It depends on the family's debts. You have to be ready. If you're with a French or American girl, well, the girl, she definitely works. The size, you have to understand already, she absolutely can't talk to anyone. So she's going to stay home all alone, waiting for you while you work. Do you have the money to send to the family every month? And she's never going to work. And she will ask. It's possible, but it's difficult because many sizes here in Pattaya, they have a guy's size. And almost all say no, don't care, not jealous. Some are jealous, ends badly sometimes, or well. And them, I don't know how they manage not to be jealous or let it happen, but well, it's definitely part of their thing. There was this girl I knew, her boyfriend, who worked at GoGo for the guys. And I went out with her. And then she brought the guy, she told me it's my brother. But I knew it wasn't his brother because I saw him after a while. I saw them both. It was his boyfriend. We have some weird stuff here that we couldn't have. We have more jealousy. Well, the Thais, they are really, really jealous too. But if the girl gives them money, I know girls who work for their husbands. And the husband, he plays pool all day. Why don't you get a girl who could be a bit of a nurse, who could be a personal assistant, who could push you in a wheelchair? I don't need that. First of all, I hate when someone pushes my wheelchair. I can do everything myself. Thailand, always say it's a super safe country, etc. It's true that we see a lot of accidents that aren't always explained. The stuff with foreigners, that all the stuff, the balconies, I probably should have counted them since I got to Pattaya. That's not normal either. I wish there were accidents involving drunk guys because it's true they seem to be down there. But well, some of them must have been helped a bit. Falling from the balcony, I stayed in the United States for a long time. I never heard of it, never saw it on TV, nothing. But here, it rains. It rains farads here. And if I had to count them at 20 years old, the number would be really scary. It's true that guys who are drunk, maybe they stumble a bit, they fall. There are still some who fall. I don't know why they fall. It's weird. And then sometimes there are cameras. They see that someone came in, but then they don't even look for them. I had a French friend who was found dead and he had been seen coming home with a girl. And then we don't know the story. It's strange. We never found out. It was forgotten. I even went to his funeral. And these are indeed actually really stories from Pattaya. The guy from the gym, a guy from New Zealand, he lent money to his wife. He didn't know, but she was already married or it was her boyfriend. He told her, oh, you don't struggle. She wanted to row for him. And one day, two guys at my ticket came by and shot her in the head. They were arrested. Afterwards, we didn't know anymore. Then they were released. There was never anything. There aren't too many petty thefts. It's not here. Besides, I can't walk around anywhere at night. No one is going to attack me. I wouldn't go to the beach at night where all the lady boys are because they are pickpockets. And there you get everything taken from you quickly. People, they don't all wear helmets like we do. It doesn't exist. people who, like in the United States, attack you at home. Here, that never happens. Often I've noticed that this happens to guys from India or Iran. Maybe they are more innocent, or I don't know, the girls must be attracted to them. They eat their spiked food hidden in their beer and boom, they fall asleep and everything gets stolen. Haven't really heard much about pharaohs, well, white guys in parentheses, that it happened. What do you think about ladyboys? With ladyboys, you have to be careful if you're not used to it. It was the buddies who got tricked. They realized it at the last moment. I don't like ladyboys because on one hand, it's a big lie. A guy who is gay is just gay. Everyone does what they want. Even the ladyboys, there were girls and guys anyway. As for me, I admit that this is private, but I think that's really lying because you can be deceived into believing it's a girl. You kiss her all night and everything. You touch the try at the bar. You miss. Afterwards, it happened during one of my fights. He was waiting. She wasn't coming, the girl. He decided to go check. She was turned around. She just turned around. Hello, my buddy. Come on, be sorry. They are indeed ready with the goods. They didn't know. So I find that unfair. I knew some who had surgery. There were many suicides. We wouldn't go to that. They don't talk about it. But I knew one. He had surgery and he said no one wants him anymore. The guys, they don't want him because he's not a girl. And so his thing, it doesn't work like, to hear the details, I don't know. And the guys, they don't want to because there aren't any left. He doesn't have anything else either. So he finds himself all alone. No one sees them anymore. I can say everything. Absolutely everything. I don't know. But well, they do what they want. Me, I have a veil. They are currently dating girls. Should you ever get back into a relationship or get married right away? Yes, but to get back together, but not with another. If I had to choose, it would be with a girl from the Philippines. Because I have been to the Philippines several times. There is no language barrier. Since I speak English, they speak English. They are kinder in a way. Maybe not all of them. As for me, I came across some nice people. I don't know. It was a bit like Thailand before. I see the difference. Right away, you meet a girl from the Philippines. If she knows you're interested and serious, that's it. She wants to stay with you. And do you see yourself ending your life in Thailand? I hope not. I don't know. Let's not say that. Because for now, I can't move. So it keeps me stuck here. If I win the lottery tomorrow, I'm leaving right away. I'm not staying here. That's my limit. I'll come for vacations, but that's it. No more. After 15 or 20 years, I've noticed everyone gets tired of it. And me, that's it. I've reached my limit. So I need to look elsewhere for a new horizon. Would you still recommend, despite everything, for a person in general, but also maybe a disabled person, to come spend their retirement in Thailand? It always has something to do with money. If you have enough money to be able to return quickly in case of an emergency, to get to the hospital, you have something. Well, if it's serious, you're stuck here, you should expect to pay a lot. If you have good insurance and coverage, it's fine. You have to plan everything carefully, the insurance and having the money. If you have the money, then you have to tell yourself, okay, I need to be careful and responsibly, not always blowing 4,000 euros in bars to mess around with girls like I've seen some people do. And if you do that every night, even if it's just 5,000 baht at the end of the month, you see how much that adds up to. You tend to do it because at first I was doing that a bit. I don't have a money tree. What's your opinion? What's the minimum budget? I don't know. It depends on what you're doing. To live well, but without excess. At one point, to be well, you see, I have a house, I have a car. I believe that around 2,000 euros is the minimum. That's why when people say Thailand is cheap, it's cheap, but you still need to have money. I know some who live here with 800 euros. A former soldier who even went to prison, you see, who had his life, he earns 800 euros. It's misery. If you have 4 shorts and 4 t-shirts, you can manage to live. You have 30 bahts, 40 bahts, 50 bahts, you can only do that. But the worst part is the extras, because if you start going out and having drinks, it gets expensive. When you're on tour or with friends and you want to please the girls, it's easy to end up buying a motorbike because their dad doesn't have one, or their brother, or some other nonsense. You do something nice once, twice. It happened to me. But you know, there are people who say you can come live in Thailand with 300, 400, 500 euros a month. I don't know where they live, so they do nothing. They don't go out. I have to eat them within a month, so I don't know what they eat. But that's not true, because I've seen some channels too, guys there, English or others, I don't know, who say, oh, I'm going to the hotel, it's cheap. Yeah, that's right. You have to look at everything. It's not like that. There are extras for 400 euros. You can't, my friend at 800 euros, he arrived, he doesn't go out, he does nothing. You do nothing? No. You're not even going to eat a pizza or something like that. It's rare, really. Then there's him, because he manages to get invited because his friends who know, he said that I was indeed eating with him at the dining establishment, my ex actually there. I told him, come on, let's eat. It's my treat. So he manages to do this here and there. The guys are nice, you know, but well, you can't take care of everyone like that. You're not God either. When the guys get here, the Farangs, they think they're the kings of the world, you know. They even think that by giving a girl a bit of attention, she'll be treated like a princess. Politeness, she says thank you and all that. But the girls, they have I don't know how many sponsors, 5 sponsors. It ranges from 10,000 to 5,000 baht per month. So they have more money than the guy. But she plays along. Yeah, because it's polite. She says thank you because they don't refuse. Well, it's politeness and also playing a bit more on the heartstrings, a bit more. Yeah, but because money still has a lot of value, even if it's not much, knowing she has it, it's indeed extra money. Definitely a bit more. They say thank you very much indeed anyway, you know. Oh yeah, because some of them make a significant amount of money. I heard about some girls who make several $100,000, you know. Oh yes, but already with the sponsors, without doing anything at all since the guys are abroad, working hard with utmost dedication. It's not merely the extra money they make by working a lot, and yet with the guys, that's extra money they earn. The sponsors are supporting them fully. And often what they do is blow the money on guys. Those little flings they pay for. You see those guys dressed in black pants, blue shirt, with their hair a bit straight like they do in Asia, kind of stylish. And there are girls, they spend 30,000, 40,000 baht. They pay for the bottles and all that. They enjoy themselves. Well, they are definitely weird. They have weird stuff. And they spend a lot of money. You see, I don't know how much they can make, but they absolutely send 10,000 to the family, but in one night they spend 30,000. The family has no idea that she works at Gaumont. Oh, I have a boyfriend, he's the one who gives me money. So the family has no idea. That's why they have 3 or 4 Facebook accounts. So there's the family Facebook where she shows a bit of what she's doing, and the bar's Facebook. You know, a lot of Thais, it's not like they say, you think, oh, you go to Thailand and you're really going to have a great time. Actually, the Thais are terrible. Except for those who have been here for 10 years, they know everything. Otherwise, it's not. It's more worth it in the Philippines. The Filipinas are warmer than the Thais. The Thais leave quickly. Here you have all those who don't really speak English yet as they arrive. In their village, their relationship with the state isn't like ours. We have a more open mindset. We have movies and we have magazines. They don't have all that. The girls are useless. They just heard from friends how to do it. They know some, but not much. You've had more negative experiences than positive ones with girls. Try a ladyboy. I am not there yet. I never said never, it seems. I've already just done it. You still have only a small barrier. The size of the barrier. Why does he want a relatively small barrier like that? Well, Ludo, you know, listen. Actually, you know, thank you so much for having us. It was great. And then I think we'll see each other again when we go out to Yankee or something like that. All right. Goodbye, Ludo. Thank you very much indeed. And we'll see each other very, very soon. Subscribe, turn on notifications. Don't miss any videos. See you soon. All right. Bye. Stay young. It was great. See you later. Thanks. This was my first article. I think I was in the United States. There was my first photo. An article in this magazine too. It was also featured in a Japanese magazine here. This is the article. I have it in Japanese somewhere. My name is somewhere in there. I don't know where. There it was a bench press competition. I did it in Venice. After that it was in the World of Muscle in France. I don't remember the year anymore. The year should be on it. I can't see it. It's my glasses. 1993. There you go. And here I had an article. Really impressive. There it was right in front of the goal gym. Oh, what's her name? The goal, it's exactly Anja Langer.